Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Grandmaster Sky here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get into this cheese spot so that you can fight Haderax with no problem and be invincible. I'm going to show you the specifics and requirements for this, and then I'm going to explain the do's and don'ts and some things that can happen when you're up here. Before I do all of that, shouts out to Glitching Queen for making this method up in the first place. I'm not for sure if she created it, but it's where I discovered it. I'm just going to show you a faster way to get up here so that you don't have to do some of the crawl spaces that she showed in her video. That's no knock on her video, it's just improving upon the method. So as you can see, I'm up here, and there's a chest that also spawns up here. You'll never get anything lower than a purple. Sometimes you can get a magenta. I haven't got a legendary, so do note that. I'm pretty sure they made it like that on purpose. This is the same kind of chest that spawns in the middle when you beat Haderax. Those chests can give you legendaries. This one obviously probably won't, because that would just mean you could come in here, farm a free legendary, quit, and then come back in. But it looks like they gave you something so that you could fight Haderax, some loot to fight the boss. Anyways, so we're going to jump down, and I'm going to go through the requirements and then how to do it. I'm going to come over here where it starts. So the requirements for this are going to be, you're going to need a toothpick assault rifle and a retainer shield. They go hand in hand, and if you have these, you know what they do, but if you don't, the toothpick and the retainer make it so when you're in the Writhing Deep, which is the area you're fighting Haderax in, you get increased movement speed and jump height. It doesn't explain that in the description, but you do get increased jump height, and I can show you that because if I switch to my shotgun, this is how high I jump, and if I switch to the toothpick, this is how high I jump. So that's what's going to be needed in order to make these jumps, because without it, you won't be able to obtain these heights. Maybe with a Slavador and a rocket jump you could, but most people are going to, probably die unless you're really strong before they even get up there doing that. Anyways, here's how you do it. You're going to run and jump onto this rock, starting from that rock right there. So you're going to run and jump, and you're going to land here. Now, you don't want to land on the bottom rock right here, because though you can just jump from there to here, every extra jump you do is extra air time, which means more time for Haderax to focus on you, and more time for you to be in the air instead of running up to the spot. So after that, you're going to just jump straight up and strafe over here to this rock. So you're going to first jump from there and land here. Then you're going to land here and jump from there and land here. And then you're going to want to get onto this rock right here. But in order to do that, you're going, or sorry, not that rock, this one right here. In order to do that, you're going to want to take a sprinting run and jump out to the left and then back right so that you swing out and then land on this rock. And normally you would have to go up this path right here and then come around, but instead you're going to be able to just jump straight onto this rock, and then after that you just take a little jump, land here, and then you're going to run and jump and land right here. And after you land here, you're going to jump onto this, but before I do that, I'll show you where I came from. So I came from there, and then I just took a little jump here, and then after that, you're going to do the same thing for that last jump I told you about. You're going to swing out left, but a little bit more left than that last one, and then swing it back right. So we're going to jump out left and then back right, and you can use that rock to push you back and kind of throw you into the spot. And normally you would have to, I don't want to go off too much, but you'd have to take this path that's under this rock, come through there, and then crawl. But instead you can just jump straight onto this rock, and then you can take a jump from here, there, and when you jump onto this rock, you want to hold right, and I'll show you why. So you're going to land here, and then you're going to jump out to the left a little bit and then to right, just to make sure you don't smack this rock, because this rock can knock you off, but then once you get over here, you want to hold right, because if you land here, it will slide you off, and it looks like you can land here, but it will slide you off, and then you'll have to do the whole thing over, and then by that time, Haderax is out, and he's able to focus on you, and then, slag darts, all that good stuff. And then from here, you can just jump straight up here. Nothing's going to knock you off as far as I know of. And then you're up here in the cheese spot, and there's the chest. It'll spawn once you get in proximity. So if you don't see it from down there, you have to get near it for it to spawn. And then now I'm going to explain to you the do's and don'ts about this spot. So the don'ts are, do not sit here. This is not the spot. I know it seems like it might be. And when he shoots his corrosive ball, sometimes Haderax will come out of that crater right there, and then he'll shoot a corrosive ball at you. And when he does that, it's going to hit the mountain. If you sit here, it won't hit you directly, but the splash damage will come onto the cliff, and that will get you, and that will take away a significant amount of health, most of the time killing you, especially if he shoots like slag darts, or if if the little things that float around, I don't know what they're called, but if those little spores, I think they are called, if those spores are around, they're able to hit you, and then you'll have to waste ammo on them, and that takes away time from fighting Haderax. So do not sit here in this back corner. Where you're going to want to sit is somewhere right here. I can't really explain it, but there's a little spot that you can sit in. So what I'm going to do is you're going to crouch, and then you just kind of back up a little bit until you get into this spot, and you'll know. And the reason why you know you're in it is because you cannot stand up. I can hit X and I'll jump out, but I can't use the crouch button to stand back up. So watch, crouch, and I'm gonna, nope, not there. I'm gonna back up in this little spot right here, and now I can't get out of it because I'm, you know, stuck in this little, I guess, spot where there's something above you that stops you from standing up. Anyways, so that's where you want to sit. It's not there, and I'll show you. If I get out, I can go back here. That's not where you want to be. It is right here. And also to note, you can get over here behind the shield. You see where I am? It's making a little bounce effect. That is not the spot either. That will get you hit by the slag darts, I believe. This is the only spot where you're completely invincible when he spawns out of there, when he spawns out of there, and when he spawns out of there. You're not invincible from spores. Spores will make their way around and shoot you, but all you gotta do is, you know, if you're playing Maya, boom, or something like that, hit them with some shots and you can get rid of them. But if you're powerful enough, you can kill them before those even come out. All right, so that's how you get up here. And then I'm gonna show you how to do it, but using the crater to blast you up there. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you how to get into the box and make it so that if you die fighting Haderax, you'll spawn up there and not have to pay 20 Eridium every time, and you don't have to worry about going through the elevator to drop through the floor to get down here, allowing you to just drop straight through and get out here fast. It's very useful if you are trying to get out and into the cheese spot very fast before Haderax even comes out of the hole and starts doing things. You can get 3/4 of the way up before Haderax even shoots the first corrosive ball. And if you're trying to do the crater method over here, shout out to LazyData for finding that with his friend on how to do the one-hit crater method using Maya. If you're trying to do that method and you weren't able to get out fast enough, this will make it easier to do that too. Some people were telling me that on Xbox they couldn't get over there before Haderax comes out of the crater. If you haven't seen that video, go to LazyData's channel. He will show you how to get out of the box and into the crater and fight Haderax and do it in one shot without having to actually take a shot. It's a no-shot method essentially. But to get over here in the box, you're going to, requirements for this are going to be a rocket launcher. It does not matter what kind, just have a rocket launcher. And then you're just gonna come over here and down yourself. This works anywhere in the Writhing Deep. You don't have to be near the box. The reason for that is there's only one spawn spot in the Writhing Deep. So whenever you die, you are always going to spawn up here. And I'm gonna plug this up real quick. Camera's gonna, oh gosh. Oh, look at you, boy. All right, sorry about that, guys. This is why I need better equipment, right? All right, so you're gonna spawn up here, and then you can put in your Eridium, and then when you die, you will spawn up here, but you won't have to pay the Eridium again, and I'm gonna show you that. So I'm gonna hit the button, and then look, I'm gonna drop down, and for those who are having trouble, as you can see, I got to the crater before he could spawn. But I'm not going to sit there because of specific reasons, and that'll be in another video. So he's going to spawn, and then I'm going to let him kill me. And there goes the slag darts. Come on. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to get our shields back. Just got to wait for, yeah, there we go. Boom. All right, so now we're down. And we're gonna revive. And normally you revive and then you have to pay 20 Eridium again, hit the elevator button, fall through, and then you get another chance at fighting them. But with the box method, the rocket launcher box method, you don't have to pay your Eridium because the elevator never came up, so it can't trap you in, and it also doesn't register the things it's supposed to register to make it so that you have to pay 20 Eridium again. I hope that's not too confusing, but just know that you do that rocket launcher method, you'll spawn up here, and as you can see, Haderax's health bar is still up, he's still out there, and I don't have to pay Eridium, and I can drop back down. Now once he goes back down, I'm going to show you how to get into the cheese spot using the crater. And there he goes. So this is how you do it using the crater. So you're going to want to come over here, I'm going to shoot these sandworms and get them out of my way. You want to come over here to the crater that is all the way to the far left. Of course you can't do this if Haderax is in the crater. And then we're gonna wait for this crater to go off. We're gonna jump into it, and it's gonna blast you all the way up here onto this rock. And this is the halfway point for where I was showing you earlier. And then you're just gonna do the same steps I told you, jump out left to the end, and look, we're already up here, way quicker than having to do the original method. And then I'm gonna show you what happens if you sit in this back spot and he shoots the corrosive ball. See, I can get hit by the slag darts. And then when he pops out of the one on that side over there, yep, watch. When he shoots this corrosive ball, it will hit me and kill me. I mean, it might not kill you if you have strong enough armor, but as you can see, the splash damage is hurting me. And if you're not strong enough, that will hurt you really bad. Now, this is where you sit so that he can't hit you. And I'm gonna show you this. Let me make this happen correctly. Oh, there we go. And you know, I'm hitting circle, I can't stand up, so that's how you know you're in the right spot. Not the spot that bounces you up and down, which is over there. Now watch, when he shoots the slag ball, or the corrosive ball, sorry, it's gonna hit the bottom of the mountain, but it's not gonna touch me. And his slag darts are not gonna touch you either, because you're too low for them to touch you, and they hit the bottom of the mountain. And then, you know, if you're over here, you can, you know, do whatever it is you need to do, hit his crits, blah, blah, blah. Slag darts, as long as you back up, they'll hit the bottom of the mountain. And then that's how you do the cheese. And then you just use whatever it is to fight him, that you use to beat him, whatever. Sorry, I don't really know, you know, what it is you guys use, but I use different weapons such as the Lamuta sniper because he's damaged to fire, and I use that and it's full auto. But you can use whatever you want to use to beat him. If he comes over here, you can see his crit spots right there. And then he bows down like that. And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and fight him, but that shows you how to do that. And then you can fight him also over here in the crater and hit his crit spots easy. The only one where I don't attack is over there. I just sit and wait for him to go into another spot. So yeah, that's basically it for that. That's how you do the cheese, using the rock or the crater to get up there. And then also how you get into the box using the rocket launcher, and you don't have to pay 20 Eridium every time. Hopefully this wasn't too much rambling and very detailed. Check the description for timestamps. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.